Attorney Kenneth, this is for you. So looking back at 1986, it was mentioned a while ago that you had what, 5,000 chickens in just one single layer farm in Bulacan. So, looking at how the company has evolved, what was the defining operational pivot, would you say, that made it from a family business to now what it is right now? It's like a pillar of food security in the Philippines.
Okay. So actually, from the very simple, from the start of operation until where we are, every level there are different challenges, different things, conditions that you need to overcome. Of course, when you're running a farm, the challenge is how do you run the farm efficiently? How do you earn money with running just one farm? How do you make sure that your feed is competitive? Who do you supply at that stage? So, and then if you are able to solve that, then you go to the next stage. So meaning to say, if you are growing 10,000 birds, if you're able to run that particular farm successfully, you'll go to the next stage, 50,000. And then if you are able to solve whatever challenges in 50,000, you go to 100,000, 500,000, 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 10 million, and so on and so forth. Every level there are conditions, challenges, and if you are able to overcome that, able to learn your mistake, making sure you don't do it over and over again, then you will be able to grow. But if you are not able to overcome the challenges of one level, you will not go to the next level. So that's it. It's very simple. So when you have big problems at any stage, you are ready because you've already overcome challenges at that stage. Nothing is so big that you cannot overcome.
It's a good way of looking at it, like steps, right? Levels. That there are certain goals per level that you have to accomplish. Right. So, Sir Paulo, this one is for you. So we know that there's no bounty because of its roasted chicken, right? Easy to cook products. But your division works at the very beginning of this entire chain, right? So can you explain to us how the quality of Bounty's commercial feed directly affects the chicken that we find on our tables?
So at Bounty Agribusiness, our vision is more than just producing feeds per se. So it all starts with nutrition. So we invest heavily on nutrition formulation, the right selection of ingredients, and of course, the manufacturing of the feeds. So we ensure that at every stage of the animal's growth, in every bag of feed, the right nutrition is there.
It really has to start at the farm level.
Yes.
Correct. So, Sir Paulo, coming up from that, Bounty relies on a network of local farmers, right? But how do brands like Inoza and Warhawk support and empower our local farming communities to ensure that they also succeed alongside the company?
At Bounty Agribusiness, with brands like Inoza, Warhawk, Beste and Buds, Gladiator, we basically provide two things. First is that we empower entrepreneurs by providing them a thriving distribution and retail business by reselling our products. And number two, we help livestock raisers become profitable and sustainable because of the products that we produce for them. So these are the two things that we do and help them.
The core tenet of Bounty's sustainable growth is empowering our farmers. Okay, so Attorney Kenneth, let's go back to you. Let's talk about the core strategy and the downstream, the retail growth. So in your keynote, you did mention business of better. What exactly does that mean? And you say this is a visionary corporate blueprint. right, for the entire company. So how do you keep Bounty's vertically integrated portfolio in perfect harmony given that it is such a big company now?
Okay, so actually in the end, it's about looking at your operation, and it's also understanding your consumer, being able to read what your consumer wants. So in the end, if we have problems, we try to solve it. We try to look around the world, what are the latest housing that we have, and with that we adapt that. Even with the no antibiotic ever, we were 2 years ahead of the government. When the government started to talk about no antibiotic ever, we've been doing it 2 years ahead. Now, and again, another things that we do, it's not because the government tells us to do it before we ask to do it. We look at the consumer, and then if the consumer, there's a need of it, and if it makes sense to our operation. A lot of the things that, like animal welfare, is good. If it's good for the chicken, it's good for us. So we adopt a lot of the practices and the sustainable practices. We don't wait for our neighbors to complain. In fact, we don't want them to complain. So we adopt these measures in our operations. So that's how we do it.
Like at the very core of this singular purpose really is just the consumers. Yes. Okay, so Sir BJ, this one's for you. So Chooks to Go reimagined how dressed chicken is, right? How it reaches family table and became a well-loved brand. So as consumer habits, these rapidly change with the times, how is Chooks to Go evolving in its retail footprint to ensure that better actually means unmatched accessibility as well as quality for the millions of Filipinos today that love chicken?
So we recognize that the Philippine economy is growing, and it's really driven by the hard work of Filipino families. Nowadays, a Filipino family's breadwinner could be mom and dad, or one as a single breadwinner. And because of its very, very busy, hectic lifestyle, driven by the needs of the family, we wanted to make it easier for the breadwinner or for si mommy. Pagkatapos na mahaba at mahirap na gawain sa trabaho, pupunta na lang siya sa nearest Chooks to Go. Bili lang siya ng chicken, hot and spicy, pepper roast, or sweet. Or pwede siya bumili ng liempo.
Flavors pa.
Opo, at meron po na kayong marinado, 100 pesos lang po. Para iuwi sa kanyang mga bahay. Para hindi na siya magluluto. Mahal po ang bumili na Imertex na turbo, di ba? Wala man tayong oven sa bahay. Meron tayong air fryer, pero mahirap mag-roast. So that's what. It's really the accessibility and making sure that always available yung roast chicken natin. Because we are, an integrated system in Bounty. We have the means to create that food security, like what Attorney and Architect mentioned earlier. It's all about making sure that the ingredients used in making a Chooks to Go roast chicken is the best quality. So, wala na antibiotics, using the best quality marinades and rum. And of course, produced by a great operations team. Every day, for sure, pag bumili tayo ng manok, masarap, healthy kasi less oil, and parating available.
Hands up, to make sure that it's quality chicken that's affordable and accessible. Right. So, Sir BJ, again, we know this. Many traditional fast food giants, they invest huge amounts in these dine-in stores, while Chooks to Go maintains popularity in take-out space. Diba? So now that you're moving to quick service format via Chooks Diner, you guys heard about that Chooks Diner, are you looking to coexist with these traditional fast food restos, or are you working to be like the top choice of Filipino families for food on their dining tables?
Bounty means that we really look after our consumers, the Filipino families, and we know that if you look at the landscape of quick service restaurants, there's always a space for cost-efficient, healthier choices. So I think Chooks Diner is a brand that we want to invest behind because we believe in the dishes that we put out. It's roast chicken days. We have unlimited rice. We have unlimited soup for less than 200 pesos. So when I was asking, our Gen Z colleagues at work, his name is Mark Tabur, he would always tell me, Sir PJ, yung budget talaga ng mga Gen Z ngayon, less than 200. Paglampas na ng 200, hindi ka natatangkilikin. So, Shooks Diner provides that. A healthier option, suited for your money, and soon to be found in the best locations there. So, those are the three things that we want for Shooks Diner.
Yet another bold step forward for Chooks, diba? So, Sir Edwin, this one's for you. Let's talk about evolving with our consumers. So today's generation of consumers, as mentioned nga by Sir DJ, are busy young professionals or maybe moms staying at home with their families who are constantly looking for ways to save time. Nobody wants to spend an hour cooking anymore, right? So how are ready-to-eat and ready-to-cook products specifically designed to give these fast-paced consumers the convenience without having to sacrifice flavor, of course, and safety? How do you keep their interest with so many options out there?
Thank you for that question. First, before I go to answer that, I like to first say that Bounty, the brand story of Bounty, we started that just any farmer we started. We're just a commercial farm, so we don't have a brand. At that time, when we produce eggs, we have so much eggs, we don't know where to sell it, especially during lean months, during bakasyon, walang pasok. And so, my sister-in-law used to say that she would just cry because the biyahero will just, take advantage of low price and we just deliver and later they will tell us how much they will buy. So we started like that. And because of that kind of a situation, we thought that we cannot survive with that kind. So we thought of a brand. And that's how the brand Bounty Fresh Egg started. And like that. So we built on that brand story. And we make sure that the food we made is, we innovate non-stop. It's like a business of better every single day. So we try to make our brand something that we can be proud of. A brand that we will ourselves eat it because we believe in what we do. And therefore, it's convenient, the size, the packing size, like in a dozen, or a pack of 6, or tray of turkeys. Then even for industrial. And over the years, they begin to see that we are different from the rest. And so that's how we do it, innovation, listen to the customer, making convenience. Then we see that now it's evolving, The young people now, they don't have the time, to cook. They just like more ready to eat, ready to heat. Make it easy food. So we invest on that. In our group, we make sure that it's available in the pack they like. Because who wants to buy like 1 kilo now? The young people tomorrow I don't want to eat that again, I want something new again. So we make our packing size. The packaging more attractive. Ang dami pwede natin gawin to make it exciting. And hindi lang gano'n, And we also have like, yung season special. Like during summertime, we make it like a zest. We make it like more interesting. So those are the things that we do every day and make it more exciting.
Sir Edwin, yet another aspect of evolving. We understand that your family recently acquired the Bistro Group. Congratulations. So, can you tell us how this business venture affects the Bounty? Does it in any way? How is it related to Bounty's operations?
Okay, actually, the family, looking at the landscape, the Philippine market, basically we are a consumption-led market. And so the family saw this very, good company, the Bistro Group. We've been eating there, we've been dining, we enjoy the food, and we saw how, the team, working in those restaurants, they are really very hardworking. And when we went there, we felt that, we are, napansin tayo. I mean, hindi yung, parang hindi tayo napansin. So we felt that this is a company we like to acquire. And when that opportunity happens, we form Inosa Business Holding, which is separate from Bounty. And through that vehicle, we acquire the Bistro Group. And we're so proud and we're so happy that we have this. Even though that our country is undergoing, economic downturn, but we still see a very strong following in spite of this. Because instead of going abroad, Filipino will just go to the mall and enjoy good food with the family. So because after a hard week, we still need to enjoy, we still need to distress, we still need to connect with our family. And, via the Bistro Group, it provides this, to the Filipino family.
Okay, so before we wrap up this panel discussion, we have one question for each of you. So in just one sentence, what does the next frontier of the business of better look like for you? Maybe we can start with you, Sir BJ.
Being relevant and sought after by the Filipino families. I think that's the most important theme for us as we move to the next 40 years.
Sir Eddie.
Well, listening to our consumer and being very fast in execution because our consumer cannot wait. And affordability is such a big thing now. Most of our population, they still need to eat, but we will make it flavorful, nutritious, and clean label and healthy.
So we make health in there. Sir Paulo.
The next frontier of the business of better for agribusiness is empowering both our business partners and our farmers. Because when we empower them and they become sustainable and productive, food security is no question.
Actually, I am very happy and proud that I'm born in this country and I'm growing up in this country and doing business in this country because I feel very bullish about the Philippines, particularly in the next 20 years. We will be consuming more, not only everything but food. And one of my wish that
opportunity
will be given to Filipino companies, Filipino farmers, Filipino services, and that's what we aim to do. Making sure that not only Bounty, but as the whole industry working together to ensure that the chicken being consumed in this country is produced by local farmers.
Thank you to our panelists. Now we open the floor to everyone here, and especially our friends from the media. And one of you guys who have questions, please raise your hand.